Hello, friends. How are you today? So, I'm going to start off with just a quick disclaimer. This perspective that I have is a perspective of someone who now has electricity, who now has internet, and has my cell service. That was not the case for 31 hours during the most recent hurricane that we've had. But it is a perspective that I just wanted to share, especially for those of you who are not in a hurricane prone area. You see, I grew up in South Louisiana. So growing up around hurricanes and hurricane watches and hurricane warnings, I'm very familiar with all the terminology and all of that. Does not mean that I don't get scared. I do get scared, and I absolutely lean on my faith when and the mudroom when those times come, and to keep myself really safe and my family really safe. But the lessons that come after hurricanes are just the humanity that we have in one another and the flexibility that we also have one another. Flexibility from our schedules, because you just walk into a week with full plans of how you think your week is going to progress, and you can literally just take it and shake it up and just know that you're just playing kick the can down the road until whenever this thing actually ends and we're on the other side of it and people have electricity again. And once we've gotten our stories out of our systems, because we all have a perspective that we share in terms of this great adventure that we've just gone through. The other thing that is a beautiful thing that comes out of this walking through a hurricane is the humanity that happens, and you see it with people. Sometimes we live in our backyards and we don't live in our front yards, or we live inside of our houses and we don't get in the front yard. And all of a sudden we meet our neighbors because we have no electricity for such a long period of time. We find ourselves in walking our dogs more or grilling outside because we don't want the meat or the food to go to waste. And so we're putting it on the grill and then we're offering it up to our neighbors. The other thing is you'll see lots of guys with their chainsaws and the rest of us with our rakes and other examples of equipment that we have, really helping one another, helping the elderly as well. That's the humanity that comes out of this experience. That is the beauty in all of these ashes that we go through specifically. It's one of those things that we endure living in this Gulf Coast city. I still love my city so much. There's still some quirks and there's still some things that need to be done to better prepare us for the future. But I am proudly a Houstonian, and I proudly walk with my neighbors and the community as we go through this very challenging time. And so I'm continuing to pray for the recovery of our city, and I ask that you do so as well. So thank you for allowing me to just share this perspective that I have, because there is a beauty that comes out of all of this and that humanity that we have. You take good care. I hope that wherever you are doing okay. And just know we'll get to the other side of this. I'll talk to you soon.